I've brought my friend Super Big Kmart on the couch.
Hi.
So I will be playing speedrunning Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, Richter mod. Once you've completed the game, there is a mod where you play with as Richter, and it's there's no dialogue, no cutscene, there's no menuing. You're just all go mode from the start, and this is it. So we'll explain the run as it goes on. Yes, je vais te le dire pour le timer. All right. And just for the event, I'm gonna draw a super nice logo of the NoReset. I think it's something like this. Good. All right, is the timer ready? All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. So the game starts off with Richter and Maria Reynard. So you can switch between two characters on this game, and on this mod you have Richter and Maria instead of Charlotte and Jonathan. So Richter do mostly physical damage and Maria do mostly magical damage. So Richter is much more resistant to physical damage and Maria is much more resistant to magical damage. So this is it.
Yeah, throughout the run you're gonna see them do a bunch of moves to improve his speed, like the kicking dash. And now all we have to do is wait for the behemoth to open the door for us.
So Richter is mostly used to navigate throughout the entire game because of his fast movement and all his abilities. And we will use a lot of Maria's sub-weapon, the dragon, to clear out lots of enemies in the way.
So how we traveled throughout the games, it's with this portrait. So it's pretty much the gimmick of the game there. So here we see the uppercut to help us move faster in the vertical levels.
So basically, Konami just decided to copy Super Mario 64 blatantly.
Yeah, by removing one of the. So here, like in every Castlevania, Metroidvania games, we can get level ups. So it makes our character stronger, but with Richter, since we are go mode at the beginning, we don't have to very much do anything with levels. And here we see a good use of the dragon.
Yeah, Maria has 3 sub-weapons that do damage. There's the dragon, which does ice magical damage. Maria also has a red burst that does fire magical damage. And the cat that does lightning damage. But we will mostly be using the dragon.
Yeah, the birds, we're using them for specific moments in the run. We're gonna explain to you how we use it, why we use it at that moment. For the moment, we're going to go at our first boss the faster as we can here.
You can always call the sub-weapon of the character that's in secondary. So as I do when I'm navigating with Richter, I call for Maria's dragon. And during the boss, I will mostly use Maria.
So here our first fight against Dolahan.
Hello Dolahan, bye Dolahan.
So as Dom said, how we beat the bosses is we attacking with our main character and we're using our second character with our special abilities. It goes way faster. Don't even have to worry for our mana bar at the moment, but later on in the game, which seemed with the fact that we don't have to level up to go fast, we can miss some mana, especially when the second character got it. It can drain our mana bar.
Yep, the secondary characters you will never lose health when your secondary character get hit. And if the mana bars reaches 0, you won't be able to summon the character that's in secondary for a while. So here we're only unlocking a warp, and we'll come back to this place later. We're going now for the second level of the game. Doing some dash cancel while switching with the characters is a good way to not lose that much of a time when navigating. And these guys just appears randomly each time, and this time they were in the worst place. There's lots of enemies that appears randomly here, so I just spam the dragon. So the reason why Maria is a good damage dealer against the boss is mainly because of her bird, which is her main attack. Because the little bird, the white bird, do a back and forth damage just like a boomerang, and she can spawn to a maximum of 3 birds. So it's a lot of hits in a few seconds.
So here to not have to deal with the terrain that goes up and down, we fly over it. So.
Yeah.
And we dodge all the enemies, by the way, so we don't have to. So we don't have to lose time with fighting them. So if I recall correctly, the event of Portraits or Runes are after Bloodlines.
Right after Castlevania Bloodline. Yes, that was just run previously by Manix.
Yeah, the Bloodlines happens because of the events of World War I, and Portrait of Runes, the events starts because of World War II.
Oh, that's some good RNG. Hashtag calling 2 temptation in a row. The trick with the temptation is that it will seduce Richter or Jonathan if you're playing the story mode, and it will turn them against you, hitting Charlotte, and if it's Richter, he will hit Maria. And so if you only play with your female character against Astat and she does lots of temptation, that's perfect because the temptation doesn't affect Maria or Charlotte. I guess I just have a personal preference toward men, so that's why it doesn't do anything to them. So, but you really don't want your male character to get seduced by Astat. This is a pain in yes, it's a real pain.
It's a pain in the neck, indeed. So now we are we're going to our third world, the Circus. A world that you love, eh, Dom?
What?
It's a world that you like, Dom.
Oh, I really hate this world. Yes, these kind of environment with clown and circus stuff. I really hate this world, the navigation through it, as well as the song, and I don't like the background theme in this level. So as well as the counterpart of this world. So this is it's not the Burnt Paradise, it's the Nation of Fool, and its counterpart world, the Burnt Paradise, is even worse than this one. And these two worlds have a lot of traps, and God knows that the traps in Castlevania games are really not recommended. They do lots of damage. Anyone who played the Castlevania game, you know that you must avoid traps at all costs. So here there is fire and axe that are really punishing if you get hit by them.
Yeah, and you have to make this the cycle for some enemies. So it's So it's really it can really slow our pace down here.
Yeah. All right, so we are going against Legion. It's not a boss that is as much as a recurring character like Frankenstein or Werewolf or Mummy, but this boss does have a few appearances throughout the franchise.
So here we have Legion. And
when you're out of mana, you just hit with the white bird and then you go back with the red bird again because this one is really weak against fire. You can see the red bird hitting 100 damage each time. Calculated.
nice job.
Yes. That was a close call.
So the orb at the end of the levels are not to say that we complete the part of the game. It's just have HP and a mana refill, but
yep, they're not mandatory. Alright, so we're going to the 4th level of the game, so we're gonna do a little bit of backtrack, but not that much. It's just here, instead of going down, we're going up, and then we are on our way to the 4th level. Which is cool about Maria. One thing is cool is that she has a really small hitbox. So when she crouches, she is really hard to hit if you are the enemy.
and here we go for already our 4th world.
Yes, one of my favorite ones. Navigation is really interesting and fun to do on this level.
Yeah, and we start to be on the level 2, so here we can kill some mobs, but we will start to mostly dodge them because they will start to hit us hard, really hard.
Yes. But the dragon of Maria still packs quite a good punch even late in the game.
So a good mix of horizontal and vertical level here.
Yes.
Room. I think
I
it's the
really
most-
enjoyed all the variety of stuff that I need to do to navigate through this level. Alright, so we're going against Dagon, the next boss. This one is an aquatic boss, so he's obviously weak against lightning damage, so we will be using lots of Maria's cat. Yes, cat attack all the way. Gonna try and not get killed this time after killing the boss. This boss can kill you even after he's dead, which happened to me on a previous run in 2017 at Planet TS, I think. Because this boss can spawn some sort of plant, but the hitbox of the plant that he spawned will remain active after he dies. And I got hit by one of them after I killed the boss last time.
Do bosses have desperate attack once they are killed?
No, they don't have a desperate attack. They don't have anything special coming up when they are about to die. So here is the elevator part. Normally in the game, you're not supposed to arrive in not this elevator here, but the next one coming up. you're not supposed to arrive by this side of this elevator. So there's the elevator, the door on which the elevator is not, I mean the floor, are supposed to be locked. And there's some sort of a weird thing that happen if you move the elevator and then you start another game and then you go back to the elevator. There will be an invisible wall that will prevent you to move on. And it took me a lot of time to find out what happened. It's right here. And then the elevator is downstairs. So the door downstairs were open and then the door here are closed. And now the door on the bottom floor is now closed since I'm not on the elevator elsewhere. And like the door on the bottom floor is still closed. So if I start another run and go through the elevator again, the elevator will remain at its current position. So the door on the floor will remain locked, but they will appear open, invisible. And if I start another run, I need to do a hard reset, or else I'm gonna be stuck here. I asked a lot of help on the community to find out what was going on here, but nobody knew the real answer, and I found it one day, and I was really happy to know that that problem could only be solved by doing a hard reset after each run. So we have a final guard here. Each attack do 1 of damage. So you just wanna use your attack that spawn the most hit in seconds.
Yeah, here we have to really spam our attacks because the armor level of this enemy was really high.
Yes.
So
he has a 50 HP.
And now we are against the Lacard's daughter. So
yes.
if we
Stella
record
Lacard and Loretta Lacard, the daughter of Eric Lacard. That was the best attack they could give to me, the first one with the giant sword of ice they summon. But it's easy to avoid, but if you get hit, it's an insta-death, especially at this low level. And you want to hit both of them as much as possible because they have a shared HP. So that was a really good fight of them. So we have saw a great example of Maria's birds doing back and forth damage and hitting both of the sisters at the same time.
Yeah, and another new game plus mode that we have. I don't think it's another game mode that we have.
Yes, there is another game mode.
That's we are playing with Lacard's daughter.
Sister. Exact. And you can only navigate with the stylus and the touch screen. This is a really special mod. It's really fun to do. And they added the 2 cutscenes. So it's like it explained the event between Bloodline and this game just before the Lacard sisters became vampires.
And we have a cameo of Eric Lacard.
Yes. Eric
Lacard. Which have a French name and he is Spanish, so.
Well, it's just like Mario, the Italian plumber that looks Mexican, but is made by Japanese people. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
They also talk about John Morris and Quincy Morris in this game, who are the father and grandfather of Jonathan Morris. And
yeah, so yeah, the Bram Stoker novels are part of the canon of Castlevania's franchise, which is special, I have to say.
Yes. This one is another cool level to run. So we're going against the next boss will be one of the most recurring boss of the franchise. It's Frankenstein, which appears really often throughout the entire franchise.
Yeah, it's not the Frankenstein monster yet that we can see from Castlevania 1 and appear in almost every game.
Yes. It's really one of those signature boss from the franchise.
With Medusa dead and Dracula, but...
Yes. So here we are. He doesn't pose much of a threat, so it should be going well.
So I guess his weakness is water, usually.
Holy Water and Holy Cross does good damage. Everything that's holy. And keep doing that. He doesn't have that much annoying attacks. And he just do nothing. So that was Frankenstein. I'm gonna take the orb. I want to be full for the next level. So usually when everything goes well, I just beat this boss without losing health.
Or don't worry, it was mandatory.
Yes. Alright, so this is the counterpart of the Sandy Grave, the second level we did. So this one is called Forgotten City. So Sandy Grave level was a pyramid, and this one you start up on the desert, but not the same one as the desert boss that I run, but this is something else. And you just travel across everywhere and you find nothing, and it's a dead end if I keep going left. So there did a little secret where you just need to beat this guy with lots of cats, and then the whole level will appear just while sitting in the stands here. And here we are, the underground pyramid of this level. Castlevania games that have lots of secret and secret passages everywhere. So this is there's really a lot of them in Portrait of Ruin. So there's potions that are hidden everywhere and stuff like this. And in the story mode, you've got a piece of equipment and abilities that you can find. And when you find secret passages and destroy hidden walls and stuff like this.
Yeah, it's still a action adventure game, so we have to do a lot of exploration to find our stuff and find secrets that can help us. So
yes. Oh, this one I really need to dodge this. It's recommended. They call it the ectoplasm. If you touch one of them, either your HP or your mana will drop continuously.
So here we did everything now because you think that we were under level before. Now we are really under level. Do you remember which level that we are supposed to be at this moment?
Oh, much more than this. Maybe like level 30 if you just and over if you just do every room and kill every enemy on the way. So next boss is another recurring boss in the franchise. It's the Mummy. So he's like Frankenstein. He does not have that much of mobility, and he just have a few attacks more that are a little bit more annoying than Frankenstein, but it should be going very well. This is, I don't want it. So these blocks really hurt a lot. So now I have bad RNG because it's hard to keep attacking constantly with the attack he's giving to me.
And now the homing band-aid.
Good. Yes. So that was a close call. If he's doing the attack that he sends his bandage to you, this is the best pattern that you can get. Alright, the counterpart of the Nation of Fools, the Burnt Paradise, the other world of circus stuff, of clowns and stuff like this that I just hate a lot.
So for those who are the randomizer Symphony of the Night, we are in the part that is the inverted castle, so the second part of the game.
this next part of the level, they can really go wrong if I get hit by poison and I get hit by traps and stuff like this. There's two enemies that are really well placed just to hit me with poison. And here I only have to let myself drop all the way down, so this is good. When you're really bad lucky, there will be a Medusa head coming up upward towards you, right at the place where you just let yourself drop down the shaft. This is really some bad luck when it happens.
So if you have any donation, if you want to talk about NMSS, this is a good time, Enigma.
Yeah, we are here for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. No donations at the moment, but I will be here ready to read any that come in. And just a reminder, we are $123 away from $3,000. And when we hit $3,000, we'll be hitting our next marathon milestone, which will be getting the true ending for Vision Soft Reset, which will be coming up Sunday morning. So make sure to get your donations in for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. I'll be happy to read them, and let's go.
So right at this moment, we are at the boss, the Medusa, another staple of the Castlevania franchise.
Absolutely. Just like the Medusa head, she can also petrify your character, but it's easy to avoid. You just need to look back at her when she's about to do this attack. Medusa does really strong physical attack. Oh, that was so much nice. She does really strong physical attack, and you need to be playing with Maria in order to be dealing her a lot of damage. So if she hits Maria like 3 times, you're dead. Alright, here we are on my favorite level of the game. Best soundtrack of the game, if you want my opinion. This track is Iron Blue Intention, which is a remix from the Iron Blue Intention OST from Castlevania Bloodline.
Oh man, I really don't like those guns.
No. The look of the gun.
Yeah. So it's time to throw some cat jam in the chat. This is a Castlevania. This is a Castlevania game after all. So a lot of good jams there.
Music from the Castlevania games on the Nintendo DS are all really excellent.
Yeah, on the DS, which game that we have? We have Aria of Sorrow.
You have Dawn of Sorrow, which is the one
prequel.
after Area of Sorrow.
Okay, so it's the sequel. Okay.
Yes, it's Dawn of Sorrow, and you can call it Castlevania DS. It coincides with the DS. Nintendo, I see what you did there.
Yeah, Japanese with their love of puns. I don't think this is a coincidence.
Yeah, you got a point. I think this song plays in the factory level in Castlevania Bloodlines, if I'm correct. If I'm not correct, Manix will correct me then. So next boss is another one that we see often in the franchise. It's the werewolf. So just like Mommy and Frankenstein, I'll be going with Maria as a main character and Richter as a secondary character with the holy water. I can do a quick slide here just to get closer to the boss before he appears.
Yeah, I don't think the werewolf was in the NES trilogy. I think he appears for the first time in Rondo of Blood.
I don't remember where he appears first, but I know that we see him a few. We see him quite a few times in the franchise. So that was a werewolf. Next boss is the Browner. So right after going out of this level. So Browner is the vampire who wants to take over the power of Lord Dracula and his castle. So in this game, there's like two clans of vampire fighting each other for the power of the castle. But as a main character, Jonathan Morris, it just doesn't matter. Each of them are enemies to you. So here is Browner, the one who draws painting to raises his power throughout the level. So you really gotta watch the painting that he's drawing. This will draw the blood. You can see the little pattern he will do in blood, and just right next to him. But we're gonna see him when he goes out of his portrait form. He's annoying to dodge and also try to hit at the same time when he's flying in the portrait. So you want him to be on the ground as much as possible.
Yeah, but at least his attacks are telegraphed, so we know in advance, really in advance, what he will be doing. But
yes.
But in the speedrun, now we are under level is a understatement there. So
yes. If you have good RNG, you will just land in the middle of the room. So I gotta be careful. There's one type of portrait that can squeeze me in a pincer attack between he and the enemy. That I really hate it when he lands far from the middle of the room. While playing with Maria, your mana regenerates much more faster, so it's always good to be playing Maria when you are low on mana. So this is the best pattern of lines that he can draw. Just one dragon there, and it's done. This will do curse. The 3 portraits that he can spawn, each does one of the disease, either poison, either curse, or petrified. So the last one we saw will do a curse if I get hit. This is the curse one. It will lower your mana until it reaches 0, preventing you from doing a sub-weapon. Oh, nice dodge. Thanks to Maria's little hitbox.
oh yeah, he was close.
Good. So we did not saw the portrait that does poison. We only saw those who does a curse and petrify. That it went really well.
So now that Bruno has been defeated, that didn't stop Dracula to be resurrected. So now we have to fight him. And since we are in a team, well, Dracula decided to be in a team too. So
yes.
So we're gonna have some tag team action here. On the one part, we're gonna have Richter and Maria, and on the other, we're gonna have the Dracula and his and his general. Everybody,
ladies and gentlemen,
everybody
welcome to the most epic final fight of all of the Castlevania franchise. So we really gotta watch always the position of Death so that he does not catch you in a pincer attack. If I position Maria correctly when he's doing these little flame attack, she can destroy it by herself, and I can take care of Death at the same time. Using the secondary character to stay to lure Death is one of the best strategies that you can use here. So they have a shared HP. They have 6,666 HP.
Yeah, and we are level 24.
Yes.
And this make a pretty long fight where we have to dodge a lot of things. And I don't recall if we have any potion there or...
No, we absolutely have no ways to heal ourselves except of being able to do a special attack with Maria that can heal herself. You need to perform some sort of like a blitz of Sabine in Final Fantasy VI, and Maria will perform an attack that if she hits, she will heal a little bit, but it's not that much. It's the same blitz that I had to do for Richter to perform that movement in which I just went through Dracula. And this attack, the Dark Eternal, which is 4 big spears, this attack is undestructible. You can only destroy these little flames when hitting them, not the other attack that Dracula would spawn. I switched to Maria to regenerate a little bit mana each time I have an opportunity to do so, like here. They have 3 super combined attacks. This was the 3rd one. Now he will do the flame, so I can position Maria like this, just make her disappear so she doesn't get hit by death. This will give me lots of time. That was a really good use of Maria as a bait. You do more damage on Death. Death has less defense than Dracula. But either way, you just have to slash at everything you can. So this is really the most epic fight of all the final boss fights from Castlevania. With such cat jam music as well. Nice dodge. You also must be careful to not remain in the air too much right at the side of Death, because you will swing a horizontal strike of his side in the air, and it can reach out very far. All right.
So now the wrestling gimmick is over. Now we're gonna do a Dragon Ball gimmick. So Dracula and Death will fusion together, and now this is a 2-on-1 fight, but with the true Dracula.
Yeah, they emerge into one giant gargoyle. This fight is much more easier than this phase is easier than the first phase, because you only have to focus on one character. It's really much more easier. It also has 6,666 HP, just like the first phase. So you have to beat this number of HP 2 times during the final boss fight.
Yeah, all that on just one life.
Yes. So far, so good. All right, this attack you only need to pull back the wings by attacking them randomly. It's a good way to use this attack of Maria to regenerate yourself if you need, like this special attack that I just did. So when I'm not full HP, I use this part to regenerate myself.
So this is the first time of Creed, I think, that we see the pincer with
Yes.
Dracula's wing.
Yes, he will do this attack 3 times, and after the 3rd one, his HP is really low and he's just about to die. This is the 2nd one. And for the fun, like, I can do this, it's regenerate myself a little bit, but I'm already full HP, so. But if I let the wing closest together, it's insta-death. When he starts to drop fireball, you really need to get behind him as quickly as possible, and then this attack is just really easy to dodge.
And now this is the 3rd time.
Yeah.
So we are close of the end. So be prepared on the timer.
Get ready for the timer,
because it will be very not long before time.
Time. Yes.
All right.
This is it. This is Castlevania Portrait of Doom Richter mod. I hope you guys, everybody, enjoyed watching this. Alright, so this is it for Castlevania. Thanks for the GG, everyone.
All right, that was DomDoughty with Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. We're going to get ready for our next run, which is Diagon DX with Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow coming up next.
See you, everyone.
Bye-bye.